Go live, go live.
There we go. It's live.
Want to try audio? Can you
One,
listen
two,
code? See if you hear anything. Okay.
Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Well, floorball fans of the NAFL, the time has come. The road to the Troy Cup begins now as we come to you live from Georgetown, Texas, for the inaugural game of the NAFL's second season. We have an exciting matchup today as we come into an exciting new time for the North American Floorball League. Facing off today is the 2022 NAFL champion Florida Vikings against the new expansion team, the Minnesota Growlers. It's set to be an exciting day of floorball today. Our game will be refereed by Janne Solren and Vince Faso. As we get ready to head down to the court, we'd like to thank you, NAFL fans, for all of your support for allowing us to bring the incredible sport of floorball to the Americas. Now, as we look ahead to today's match, a few things to note. The Florida Vikings, who were the 2022 inaugural Troy Cup winners, are coming back with a new-look roster this year that includes some star talent from Sweden. On the court today is going to be Linus Malmström, who is a world champion with the Swedish men's national team. Now, when it comes to the Growlers team, this is a brand new team coming out of the Minnesota-St. Paul Twin Cities area. They've grown up out of a long-standing American floorball club of the same name, and now they're coming into the NAFL. We have a lot of Finnish talent on this team. One player to look for is going to be Jipa Auroila. He is an F-League player and captain of the squad. Now we're getting ready to go down. It's time for face-off. And they're locked in there. The ball gets out. Now it's going to be the Growlers on the attack. It's Björninen. He'll get it back out to number 64, Jipa Auroila. They're going to be looking to set up their offense early. The pass over to Auroila. We've got Williamson pressing up in the zone defense there. Björninen goes out to the far wing. It'll come down the side. The pass back out to Auroila. Comes to Vanjonpa. Vanjonpa back out to Auroila. He's coming up the middle. Go with the pass out. Playing safe here. Staying around the half-court line. Now the drive-in behind the goal line. Lehtinen with the pass out. And the Vikings now on offense. Gets the ball in. Number 77 with the attack there. It's going to be Linus Malmström, the Swedish national team player, with that attack there. Won't pan out. Now the Growlers pushing into Vikings territory. Referees here calling a free hit. As the boards get reset, it's apparent that this has already been a physical and exciting game, even in the first few moments. Now it's going to be 88. That is Max Lindborg with the pass over there now to Kopetsky. Kopetsky in the middle will go with the pass back out. Now on the close side, it's Thrum. Ole Thrum, the shot, it goes off. That is blocked by number 77, Pasi Järvinen of the Growlers. Getting in, Järvinen with another block, swatting the ball away. And a shot there by Lucas Jalovi goes wide. Now the pass back out. Florida mounting an impressive offense early, keeping the pressure on. Alexander Larsson will go with the pass out, bringing it back to half court with Lindborg. And the shot sails wide off the body of Florida's own forward, Jakub Kopetsky. Now we're seeing mass substitutions here after that out. It'll be a hit in here for the Growlers. It looks like the refs are actually calling it out on the Growlers, so Florida with the hit in here. Vikings trying to get in close. The ball's chipped away there by number 2. That is Eetu Vanjonpa for the Growlers. Björninen now with control of the ball. Florida resetting into a 1-2-2 zone defense. Williamson pressing up a little tight on Björninen, opening up the far wing passing lanes. Now that'll be number 26. That's Tuukka Hiltunen there. We go with the pass back out to Björninen. He's got Vanjonpa behind him. And Auroila on the close wing. He'll go to Jipa Auroila. The pass down. Hiltunen to Lehtinen. That pass is deflected there. That was number 68, Oliver Bixbuka, getting in the way of that passing lane and getting a steal for Florida. Another group of substitutions here. The Growlers bringing out their second line. Mattsson with the pass now comes back to Lindborg. We go on the close wing. Pass back out, staying around the half-court line. Seeing a diamond defense here from the Growlers, a 2-1-2 zone. They're pressing in pretty tight here. That's giving some extra space that allowed Jalovi to get a shot off, but that again is taken by Järvinen. It's the third direct save of the game so far. Now the pass out It's Cotoluoto. Brings it into center court. He'll go with a pass back out to Leto. Leto now driving on the far wing. He'll go with a pass down. He finds Rantala on the back. Tough defense from Florida. The ball's hit out by Jalovi. He's getting it out on the far wing now. Driving into the middle. The shot attempt there by Malmstrom goes wide. Now it's Mattsson with the ball. Florida control in Growler territory. Not too much pressure here. The Growlers going in tight again. Lindbergh gets a shot off. It goes off the body of Rene Cotoluoto of the Growlers. Malmstrom, the pass in the middle to Mattsson. A save by Järvinen. Now the ball back out. Pass to the close wing to Mattsson. He's in the middle. He's got some time. Jalovi sends it back to Mattsson. Sending it in. He's driving back out. Defense there. The ball gets chipped off of the stick of Rantala for the Growlers. That'll put it back in Florida territory. Play stopped here. It's going to be a free hit for the Growlers. Yipa Oroila. He'll take the ball, passing back and forth with Etu Vanyompa. Williamson pressing heavy there. It's been the strategy so far defensively, and it's worked. The Growlers have struggled getting in tight to the goalkeeping crease in Florida territory, but they'll have a chance here off of another free hit. Oroila de Bjerninen. Go with the pass back out. Vanyompa back to Oroila. And the shot attempt, it's good! Tuukka Hiltunen, his first goal in the NAFL. And the first goal of the 2023 NAFL season. What a shot mid-range. Had some power behind it, and it was able to get back and around Jung Kral. Now we head back down for the face-off. Seems referee Vince Faso is waiting for a confirmation that's recorded in the match record. All right, it's going to be Adam Holomoski here on the face-off for Florida. He's able to chip it out. His teammates have it. Now it's Lindborg driving on the close wing. He'll go back out. He's got a safe out in Jalovi. Lindborg driving. The ball gets chipped off a leg, and now it's a free-for-all. It'll be recovered, though. Peter Marcellet with a pass out to Leto. Son to Leto. He'll go with a pass, far wing. That'll find Cotoluoto. Cotoluoto now with the ball. Aggressive defense again here from Florida. Unintentional pass there to their goalkeeper, Järvinen. Pass off the wall. Jalovi intercepts it for Florida, but it's chipped back out again. Leto on the drive. It'll be deflected off the body of Jung Kral. First line coming out again for the Growlers. It's been an impressive offensive display here by Florida, being able to drive into Growlers territory, but they haven't been able to convert yet, whereas the Growlers, with less chances, they've had a higher conversion rate. Let's see if they can repeat it again here. The pass back out by Hiltunen. Down to Vanyompa. Oroila now with the ball off the wall. It'll go to Lehtinen. Rolling it back out. No one's there in the corner. Some tight defense there from Bexbucka in the backcourt. They're going to call a high stick violation above the waist level. That means it'll be Florida's ball. Oliver Bexbucka taking it. Pass to Williamson, now to Mattsson. Heading back down. The Growlers not pressing. Playing three-quarter court defense. Now Bjerninen trying to capitalize on a missed pass there. He's pushed him back into the corner. And the Great Wall comes tumbling down. We'll stop play here to correct the court. Physical play there in the corner between Bexbucka and Björninen. Bexbucka now with the ball. Heads behind him. Now he's in the crease. He'll pass out. He's got Liam Williamson on the far side. And the steal there by Lehtinen. Penalty call here from the referees. It's going to be a foul for incorrect hit. And it appears that will be placed on Liam Williamson of the Florida Vikings. So a 2-minute bench penalty assessed there. Now the Growlers are going to be entering power play. They already have the advantage of momentum on their side. We'll see if they can use the advantage of an extra player as well. Now it's Roila. They'll go to Bjorninen, playing slow so far. Aggressive defense there from Mattsson. Hiltunen to Roila to Bjorninen. He'll go down. He finds Lehtinen. Fast passing action here from the Growlers. Trying to go across the middle for an assist. The Florida Vikings able to hit it out. Now it's Kopetsky trying to send it desperately on the offensive there. Some physical play there from Jalovi against Roila, but now it's the Growlers with the advantage. Mattsson able to get it out. That could have been disastrous for the Florida Vikings. They only had 2 men between the Growlers and the goal. Growlers now resetting. The pass goes out to Tuukka Hiltunen. Hiltunen on the far wing, passes behind the goal line. He'll find Lehtinen. Florida doing well with a box defense. Is there a player down after that bench penalty on Williamson? Kantala behind the goal to Lehtinen. And the shot attempt by Bjorninen goes off the body of Jalovi. But it's chipped back in. That's a second goal for the Minnesota Growlers. That shot appeared to be made by Hiltunen and Bjorninen, doing a great job driving in close to the crease and forcing a mistake. 13:06 remains in the first period. Now we're heading back down for the third face-off of the game. Florida now down 2 points as the Growlers have a 2-0 lead. Kotelwoto there. They'll push it out into Florida territory. Bixbuka to the far side. Williamson bringing it back in. The bench penalty ended after that goal. Strum, pass back out to Kopetsky. Kopetsky across the middle. Williamson tries to get a shot off, but it goes high and wide. Now Leto on the offensive. It's a hard charge there, but I'll send it back out to number 3, Ryan Johnson. Florida with some momentum, trying to capitalize it on defense. Strum pressing up, but it'll let the pass go back out to Santuleto. He's got Kotelwoto in the center. Off the wall. Huntela goes to Kotelwoto, but it'll be hit out on his own stick. The hit in awarded to Florida. Florida with a slow start here on offense. Ingord with the ball. He's facing a strong Bjorninen there, playing man coverage. The ball chipped out again. That's off number 10, Ilmari Lehtinen. The hit and awarded again to Florida. Olomoski unfortunately loses the ball. That shot there by Bjorninen for the Growlers. They go off the leg of the Vikings. It's going to be a hit and awarded to Minnesota. Lehtinen to Hiltunen. Back to Hiltunen. What a shot! Quick passing action from the Growlers as Tuukka Hiltunen gets another goal. The assist there by Ilmari Lehtinen. Directly off of that hit in. And now with 11:59 left in the first period, your score, Minnesota 3, Florida 0. As we head back down for the face-off, it's going to be number 88, Rene Kotelwoto for the Growlers. Again, Florida wins off of Mattsson's tip. Williamson brings it back to Buxbucka. Mattsson coming into the middle. Pass back out. Now it's on the close wing. Ole Strum. The pass back out to Buxbucka. Strum. He's got some open court. Go with a pass inside, tight to Malmstrom. That was great pass defense there by number 3, Ryan Johnson, blocking a pass and resulting in a chain of events sending it all the way back down to Florida territory. Oliver Bixbuka hits the ball out. A hit in is better than another opportunity at a goal. Growlers getting ready. They've certainly changed their stars after the first minute and a half of being mainly on the defensive. They've now gained substantial momentum, and 3 goals to boot. The pass behind the goal line. Hiltonen there with the pass. Back down, Lehtinen. With some slick maneuvers, he gets the ball out, trying to find Björninen. Bixbuka was there. Referee stopping play, though. It's going to be a hit here for Minnesota. It's going to be Oroila and Hiltonen there. And it appears we're stopping play really quickly to clean off the Gerflor court. After the court is deemed clean, play will resume. It'll be a free hit awarded to the Minnesota Growlers. Jipa Oroila set to take the hit. He'll go out. Hiltonen trying to get it to Björninen on a double reverse play. Björninen now driving deep into his territory. He'll go to the right to Vanjonpa, back over to Oroila. Head to Vanjonpa. And a great block there. Number 87, Ole Strum there for Florida with the pass defense. And now Florida's in possession in Growler territory off the wall. The pass goes to Ole Strum. And Linus Malmström with a shot attempt there, but it's saved by number 77, Pasi Järvinen. Now it's the Growlers on the attack. Number 10, Lehtinen driving. Williamson goes to the ground there. Now it's Linus Malmström on the attack with momentum. And that's a Florida goal. It's number 77, Linus Malmström, with the assist there to Emil Mattsson. And that will put Florida on the board with their first goal of the 2023 NAFL season. That'll bring your score to Minnesota 3, Vikings 1. And just waiting on the Growlers goalkeeper, Pasi Järvinen, to head back out to the court. We'll head back down for the face-off. Ball goes deep into Florida territory. Max Lindborg go with a pass out. Half-court defense here from the Growlers. Williamson on the close wing. And the steal there, number 12, Peter Marcellet getting it out there. Now it's Valtteri Rantala. The ball getting out to the far wing. Santoletto. The pass down. Kotluoto with a spin move driving close. It'll be deflected off the body of number 31 goalkeeper Jan Kral. Hit and awarded here to Minnesota. Line substitution here for the Growlers. They really favor this finish line here on the offense any chance they get. And the pass out, Hiltonen tries to get a quick shot off, but it goes off the body of number 9, Adam Holomoski. Just under 10 minutes remain in the first period. Oroila off the wall trying to find Hiltonen, but it goes off his shoe. That allows Holomoski a chance to get to the ball, but it doesn't matter. Now Florida with the steal down the middle. Ball chipped up, and away. Now it's Vanjonpa. He's got Björninen on the wing. Björninen goes back out to Vanjonpa. Brings it down. Oroila goes off the stick of Bixbuka. Now he's fighting to maintain possession. He's got 2 Growlers there tight, but he's able to chip the ball out to Williamson. And that ball hit out there by number 26, Tuukka Hiltunen. It'll be a hit in awarded to Florida. Now in the middle, Mutson. Pass back out, far wing. Jalovi on the offensive there. Letu blocking it once with his stick, but that's not enough. And a great shot attempt there by Lindgård. Saved by Järvinen. Now it's the Growlers with possession, but they're heavy on defense in their own territory. Florida lightening up now. Williamson in Growlers territory trying to block that shot by Leto. He won't block it, but it sails wide enough that John Kral is able to send it back out. Now Mutson, the pass over to Malmström. Driving in close, a spin move, pass over to Williamson, but the shot sails wide. Malmström in the far corner. Referee stopping play. Hit awarded here to Florida. Linus Malmström. He is a world champion with the Swedish men's national team, transferring to Kalmarsund from Helsingborg in Sweden. He's been a star player for years overseas, and he's bringing his talents to the Florida Vikings. We've already seen it in a big way on their offense, as he was responsible for assist on Florida's goal. And with a shot attempt there by Malmström, it's saved by Järvinen. Luke Williamson now with the ball. The pass out to Malmström behind the goal line. Ball chipped up and over the goal. Now behind it, it'll be saved there. Pasi Järvinen getting in the face there of Linus Malmström along with Santoleto. Tensions running high here in the first game. Growlers playing a fast break offense, trying to capitalize on Florida making substitutions. Good defense from Florida will keep it from working. Alexander Larsson now trying to force Björninen back into Growlers territory. Coming on the wall, breaking into midcourt, chipped out there. That was Kopetsky there, getting the ball back out, stopping the offensive. Now the Growlers resetting. Vanjonpa over to Jipa Roila. Roila, the pass into the middle. Hiltunen with a shot. It sails just left. Too much spin. Nearly a Michigan goal there. Hit the hand of John Kral, the goalkeeper for Florida, it appears. Jacob Kopetsky will go with a pass down the close wing to Larsson. Now it's Eetu Vanjonpa. Will send it back behind his own goal to Jipa Roila as he waits for his team to make substitutions. Florida also going to bring in a new line. Santoleto. Go with the pass, far side. Rene Kotuloto for the Growlers. Pass cross court to Ryan Johnson. Staying in the goalkeeper's crease. Trying to draw the Florida defense out full court. Force him to make a mistake and leave a lane open. To the middle, Kotuloto. He's got three men surrounding him. We'll get a shot back out to Leto. Now bringing it in the middle, that ball chipped out there. Olomoski. But still the Growlers on the attack. Phenomenal defense inside the crease by Max Lindgård. Able to chip the ball out of his stick. Jalovi now for the Vikings. Fast break offensive. They'll go inside to the middle. And Holomoski just missing the opportunity for a shot there. It's saved by number 77, Pasi Järvinen. Shot down far side. Lehtinen goes off the feet of Malmström. It's getting kicked down court. Eetu Vanjonpa chipping the ball out and away. Great defense there by the Growlers. Jalovi, the pass out to Bexbucka. Bexbucka, the pass on the close wing to Mattsson. Björninen again aggressive on defense. Goes through to the middle. Mattsson, a shot attempt goes off the body of Vanjonpa. Auroila with an impressive kick there. Goes off the body of Bexbucka. Jipa Auroila. Now with the ball, he'll come into possession behind his own goal line. Nice and slow now for the Growlers. They're doing a great job of changing the pace of the game and doing so in their favor. And the pass cross court to Björninen around mid-court. Back to Vanjonpa, cross to Hiltunen. Getting around, great defense by Bexbucka. Hiltunen goes to the ground. And now Malmström on the attack. He's got Mattsson in tight, but he'll lose possession of the ball as he's driving. Going just a little bit too fast, and now it's the Growlers with possession. Williamson and Malmström pressing, but they're able to get the ball out to Björninen. Björninen on the close wing to the middle. Another Minnesota goal. This time it's number 10, Ilmari Lehtinen. With another goal, Minnesota's strong suit is getting in close to the crease. And that means with 4 minutes, 48 seconds remaining in the first period, your score is now Minnesota 4, Florida 1. Heading down for the face-off again. It's been a high-energy first period to kick off the second season of the North American Floorball League. Expansion team Minnesota Growlers making a big impact in their first period against the reigning champions, the Florida Vikings. Referees getting confirmation there from the goalkeepers. Now for the face-off, recovered by Florida. They've been dominant on recovering possession from face-offs. Lindgård off the close wall. He'll find Luke Williamson. Going around now, back behind the goal line. Ryan Johnson, aggressive defense. Kopetsky gets it out to Jalovi. Jacob Kopetsky, the shot attempt, sails high. It'll be out on the Growlers, hit in here for Florida. Williamson gets it over to Larson. Shot is deflected, sent out of bounds. It'll be another hit in awarded to Florida. Looks like the momentum's changing. Jalovi with the pass back down. Now to the middle. Alexander Larson. Shot sails just wide to the right. Williamson, a shot attempt goes off the body of number 3, Ryan Johnson for the Growlers. Johnson gets pushed into the corner. It's going to be a high stick violation on Johnson. Free hit awarded to Florida. Pass across the middle. Back to Kopetsky. A spin pass there to Alexander Larson. Kopetsky gets it back out. Lindgård now from center court. Smooth pass out to Jalovi. Jalovi to Kopetsky. And a shot attempt goes off the body of number 53, Santulet. So a great crease defense there from the Growlers. Now it's Rene Colturuoto coming across the middle. He'll go out. Close wing. Jalovi breaking up the flow. Both men going down to the ground, and it's going to be a penalty. Colturuoto a little slow to get up there. Referee Vince Faso speaking with Growlers captain, number 64, Yipa Roila. That foul is going to be assessed on number 5, Jacob Kopetsky, after that physical defense in the corner. Once again, the Growlers are entering power play here against the Florida Vikings. Last time this happened, it led to a hit-in, assist to a goal. Minnesota obviously going to be looking to repeat it. There's 3:36 remaining in the first period, and it could get electric. Minnesota getting ready to inbound. It's going to be Emily Björninen. The pass out to Roila. Back to Björninen. And the shot attempt early on sails wide. It'll be off the Growlers. Hit and awarded here to Florida. They're sending Mattsson and Malmström down deep. Lehtinen there playing deep defense. Great stick work there by Yipa Roila, getting around the body of Malmström. And looks like an injury there, number 64, Yipa Roila. Speaking now with the referees. Says he got hit. Currently discussing, Yipa Roila was there with very aggressive defense reaching around Linus Malmström. Nevertheless, it looks like the free hit. No, it won't be a free hit. It's going to go to a face-off. Far side from the center line. It'll be Malmström on Roila. Florida been dominant on face-off attempts so far. Pass gets back out. Malmström trying to drive. It's going to be recovered by Tuukka Hiltunen. Now a free hit going to be awarded to Florida. It's going to be number 68, Oliver Buxbucker there to Malmström. Trying to get a spin around Roila. Spin pass to Mattsson. And that's a Florida goal. Wait, no. Referee Vince Faso says no. Just saved by Pasi Järvinen. The Growlers staying alive. They're still on power play. Yipa Roila. Pass close wing to Björninen. Roila to Rantala behind the goal line. Lehtinen to Björninen. Comes to the close wing again. Playing heavy passing game, looking for an opening. Lehtinen trying to get it in to go off the stick of Bixbucka. The hit-in's going to be awarded here to Florida. It's going to be Oliver Bixbucka for the Florida Vikings. Go with a pass over to Mattsson. He's able to get around and break Björninen. Malmström in the center, driving, tries to get a shot attempt off, just misses the ball. Now it's number 10, Lehtinen, bringing it in. Ilmari Lehtinen loses control of the ball. Bixbucka trying to get it back out. It's a wild goose chase for possession. Shot attempt by Lehtinen goes off the face mask of Jean Kral. And it looks like another penalty assessed against the Florida Vikings. This time it's going to be number 17, Emil Mattsson. And this is certainly not what Florida is looking for as we're getting close to the end of the first period. Already down 3 goals. Now it'll be 3-man defense. The Growlers in double power play. It's number 79, Valtteri Rantala. Go with the pass to Björninen. Just off the left post there. The shot attempt by Björninen. To Roila. Goes off the body of number 87, Olli Ström of the Florida Vikings. Gets it back out to Yipa Roila now. Growlers still with possession. Hiltunen trying to get it off. It'll tip it up instead of in. Free hit awarded here to Minnesota. They're going to look to try and play it quickly. Björninen with the ball. Double spin, but it goes off the leg of number 87, Olli Ström. Great defense. Roila brings it in close. Lehtinen to Rantala. Just goes off. And there's going to be a call awarded for a high stick there on the Growlers. Maybe the salvation the Florida Vikings need. Olli Ström trying to make a fast break offensive. It won't work. It goes into the hands of Järvinen before he can get to the ball. Now it's 64, Roila. Go with the pass out. Tuukka Hiltunen with 3 goals already in this game. He's certainly been a dominant offensive force for the Growlers early on. Pass down, close side, Ilmari Lehtinen. Björninen over to Roila. Number 5, Jacob Kopetsky is now back in. Now it's only single power play for the Growlers. And off the stick of Kopetsky, a vital addition back here to the Vikings defense. He may be able to help them stay alive till the end of the period. Olli Ström chipping the ball back out. It's hit out by Kopetsky. It's ruled a hit in for the Growlers. Pass down, Björninen. Yipa Roila. Go down, left wing, Björninen. Coming across the court, shot attempt goes off the body of Kopetsky. He's shown phenomenal defense since coming in off of his penalty. Off the wall, Rantala to Roila. Björninen, Malmström pressing heavy defense. It's going to be a push call. It's going to be a hit awarded to the Growlers. Now it's Björninen. Pass down, Ilmari Lehtinen. Goes inside, tight to Hiltunen. Shot goes wide. Behind the goal, it's hit out. Looks like that's number 88, Max Lindgård. Now it'll be the hit awarded to the Growlers after the ball sails off Lindgård. Emeli Björninen loses control of the ball. Olli Ström pressing up, but he's able to get it out to Roila and save it just in time. Now, Olli Ström brings it into Mattsson as he comes in from the penalty. Brilliant play there. It goes off the body of Järvinen. Another great save by Minnesota. Emil Mattsson getting the ball out. Now it's going to be Järvi with a pass into Kopetsky. And the whistle blows. It's been an incredible game so far from Georgetown, Texas, to start off our second season of the North American Floorball League. Looks like number 77, Linus Malmström, discussing with the referee on the far side. Referee Vince Fosso talking to the secretariat after it appeared there was a delayed penalty during that advantage play. Referee Vince Fosso getting ready to head back out onto the court. Players clearing the court after that call. And it looks like there is going to be no penalty call. They're just calling at the end of the period. And so that brings us to the end of the first period, where your score, Minnesota Growlers 4, Florida Vikings 1. Now stay tuned, fans of the North American Floorball League, as we get ready to bring you some exclusive content, as we'll have player interviews and a short intermission before we return to the second period of the Vikings versus the Growlers.
Just has one bar left. I want to get it up to at least 3.
Well, floorball fans, as we get ready to head back down to the court for the second period of the Vikings versus the Growlers, we'd like to remind you that the North American Floorball League wouldn't be possible without the help of our incredible sponsors. The league this year is brought to you by none other than Kempa, as well as Precision Camera. And of course, don't forget the official floorball of the NAFL is Excel, because like Excel, the NAFL chooses to rule. And of course, we sent our explorers out to search the galaxy, and they came back and told us that there was no better place than Floorball Planet to search for all of your floorball needs. Visit floorballplanet.com to learn more. And with that whistle, we're almost ready to get back down for the beginning of the second period. After the end of the last period, it appears there was a penalty call, but the period ended before it could be assessed. The Growlers getting ready to do a pre-period huddle. Florida sending their line out already. And as we head back into the second period, your score is still Minnesota Growlers 4, Florida Vikings 1. And it's going to be number 26, Tuukka Hiltunen, who's getting ready to take the face-off here for the Growlers. We spoke to him during the intermission, and he said that despite this team being new and being an expansion team, he's felt great about the chemistry with his teammates so far. He's here because he loves floorball, and he's loving playing it here. Now with the face-off, it's going to be recovered here by the Growlers. It's Lehtinen driving deep, but it's going to be recovered by Florida. It's number 68, Bexbucka with the pass out. Jalovi to Malmström. Jalovi goes back out, keeping it in center court. The penalty is currently being assessed against Minnesota. Florida in power play here. It's number 96, Emily Bjorninen, who had that penalty directly before the end of last period, assessed this period. Florida is going to look to capitalize to gain back some of the momentum that they lost as time went on in the first period. Number 77, Linus Malmström, goes back out to Jalovi. Jalovi from center court. Pass down deep. And an assist attempt there, trying to get the opportunity for Malmström to get a shot off, but it doesn't work, sails wide. That's forcing them to reset their passing. Oliver Bexbucka with a shot attempt. It sails off the body of the Growlers. And now a lot of their defensive players being sent out to the line. We've seen great defense so far from Ryan Johnson and number 53, Santuletto, for the Minnesota Growlers. We're going to see if they can keep them alive as they defend one player down. Ryan Johnson there trying to chip the ball away from Oliver Bexbucka. Jalovi, the pass down deep. From behind the goal line, Matson gets the pass back out. It goes back to Matson. Emil Matson, the pass across, looking for Malmström. Wasn't ready for the pass. Santuletto chipping the ball out back to half court. Jalovi to Bexbucka. Malmström shot attempt sails wide, just high into the left with a lot of power and a lot of spin. The Minnesota Growlers doing a great job of staying alive so far during this bench penalty. They'll have an opportunity to change the tide here. Eetu Vanjonpää sending the ball down deep off of that hit in. And it's going to be number 10, Ilmari Lehtinen, driving deep. He's going to get the Growlers awarded a free hit after some aggressive defense there from Jalovi. Rantala, the pass behind the goal. Lehtinen gets it back out. Rantala, the shot attempt. It's good. Even one player down. The Minnesota Growlers still able to get a goal. That shot there by Rantala is a great way for Minnesota to start off this period with 18:15 remaining in the second period. Your score is now Florida Vikings 1, Minnesota Growlers 5. And certainly if you're a Growlers fan, you've got to be happy. Coming into this game, you're an unproven team. You're an expansion team. You know, it's very uncertain what's going to happen, especially when your first game is against the reigning champions. So certainly Minnesota fans have to be incredibly excited at the performance here. The team has really come together and demonstrated great passing chemistry and great offensive ability. We're going to see if they can keep it up in the rest of the round here. Florida still in power play, but it's not going to last much longer. Linus Malmström. That pass goes off the body of Kotovuoto. Rene Kotovuoto off the wall. He'll go to Santuleto. Off the wall, Rantala chips it deep. And that's Emily Björninen, fresh out of the penalty box, trying to capitalize on the momentum. The wall comes tumbling down there. It's going to be Florida's hit. It'll be number 8. Lucas Jalovi. He's actually heading off the court. Now it's going to be number 23. Liam Williamson, the pass over to Beksbacka. He's got Kopetsky on the far wing. Comes back in. A three-quarter court 2-1-2 defense here. Seen zone from the Growlers almost all of this game, except Björninen, who loves to play tight in man coverage. As he is there and he's able to convert defensively. It's been working. Can he save it on the far wing? Björninen on the attack, trying to get it into Ilmari Lehtinen, but the ball's chipped out there. It's going to be rolled out on Florida. It's going to be a Minnesota hit-in. Go out, midcourt, Eetu Vanjonpää. Hiltunen, back to Vanjonpää. Jipa Roila, pass down. Staying around the three-quarter court and center court line. Minnesota's in no rush with a 4-goal lead. Auroila on the far side finds Björninen. That pass goes wide, forcing Auroila deep into his own territory. Florida not going to press. Pass, far wing. Emily Björninen, cross court. Tuukka Hiltunen. Down off the wall, Ilmari Lehtinen. A pass behind the back, but it's only to a ghost. That allows Florida to take possession, but it's not going to last long. A notable thing about this game is there's been a lot of back and forth in possession. It's been fast-paced. Last season, Fort Worth especially had a strategy of keeping the ball in their possession for 1 or 2 minutes at a time. That's never been Florida's mentality, and it's looking like it isn't Minnesota's either. The pass there to Linus Malmström. Tries to spin and get a shot, but it lands too early. It goes off the body of Rantala. Ryan Johnson chipping the ball out back into Vikings territory there for the Growlers. And Lindgård trying to find a way out. Two-man coverage. He'll find Linus Malmström. The Growlers starting to release their defense a bit. Coming back in, trying to close up the center to allow a pass to Jalovi. Over to Malmström. Driving in close. 3 men getting there trying to defend him. Tries to get a pass off to Lindgård, but it's too far behind him. The pass over. Jalovi, the shot attempt. Phenomenal save there by number 77. That's Pasi Järvinen with the catch there. Helping to stop the fast-paced environment that Florida was creating on that drive. Eetu Vanjonpää goes back out, finds Auroila. On the close wing, Williamson pressing up tight. He's the spearhead of that 1-2-2 zone defense that Florida has been preferring all game. Goes through the legs of Williamson now. Far side of the court, it's Björninen. The pass back out to Jipa Auroila. From center court, crosses to Vanjonpää. The shot attempt. It sails wide. It goes off the body of his own defender, Hiltunen. Beksbacka driving, gets past 2 men. Can he get past a third? The pass out to Luke Williamson. Get it back out. Down to his brother, Liam Williamson. It'll go back out center court to Kopetsky. Off the wall. And a shot attempt there by number 21, Luke Williamson. It sails just high. And after that, out of bounds, it's going to be a hit-in awarded to the Minnesota Growlers. It'll be Santuleto set to take possession. Slow start here. We're seeing a broader press here from the Florida defense, trying to cut off that back out. Great defense there. Olistrom forcing and pressuring a pass that sent it straight into Florida territory where their defenders were. Linus Malmström, the shot attempt sails wide. It goes off the body of Olistrom. Jalovi over to Malmström. The Swedish national player with another shot attempt saved by Järvinen. Järvinen has had an incredible first performance here in the NAFL as a goalkeeper. He's had a remarkable number of saves against a traditionally high-powered Florida Vikings offense. They've done a great job of creating shot opportunities, but thanks to Pasi Järvinen for the Growlers, they haven't been converted. Rene Coltoluoto on the close wing. Auroila subs in for the Growlers. We'll send it back out. Ryan Johnson subbing out for Eetu Vangunpaa. And now the whole team is subbing. Auroila driving in a little closer to center court, faking out the Florida Vikings defenders. Keep Auroila to Vangunpaa. Speeding up the game now. Hiltunen gets it back out to Lehtinen. Back down to Vangunpaa. Olistrom pressing just a little too hard on that defense, allowing the passing lane to stay open on the close wing. Vangunpaa goes out, Auroila. And the spin move by Björninen, but it's chipped out by Becksbuck, and now it's Malmström on the attack. It's a 2-on-2 fast break. Shot sails just wide to the left, off the wall. Now it's Eetu Vangunpaa for the Growlers. Malmström not wanting to release on defense there, still trying to create opportunities, but he'll sub out now. It's number 21, Luke Williamson, pressing up on the Growlers. Substitutions here for the Growlers as they take the game slow. They've been playing a lot slower this period than they were in the first. They've been focusing a bit more on passing and less on driving. The fake sweeps there by Santuleto. Rene Coltoluoto starting to drive off the wall. They'll find Rantala behind the goal line in Florida territory. Spinning around, he'll just lose control of the ball. That'll allow Kopetsky to get to it. Jacob Kopetsky. Go out. Oliver Becksbuck now with the ball. He's driving in closer to center court. Rantala there to meet him. He'll go with a pass out to Kopetsky. Now Kopetsky moving into center court. And the pass down the side to Luke Williamson. Chipped out by number 3, Ryan Johnson for the Growlers. Williamson forcing out the Growlers offense to the far side, but it won't matter. Another goal for the Minnesota Growlers. Another goal for number 79, Valtteri Rantala. A remarkable display. And now with 11 minutes, 56 seconds still remaining in this game, your score is now Minnesota 6, Florida Vikings 1. Now, floorball fans, as you know, this is a fast-paced, high-energy sport. And most importantly, what we've learned in the inaugural season of the NAFL is that anything can happen. We've seen many comebacks. We've seen people overcoming a 5-goal lead. We're going to see if Florida can do the same here today. Vangunpaa taking the ball, driving back. Now he's being pressured by Ole Strom. Strom forces the pass out to Auroila. Jipa Auroila down to Eetu Vangunpaa. Cross court to Björninen, working a triangle backcourt passing formation. Cross court to Vangunpaa. Ole Strom pressing hard. He's still able to get the ball off to Jipa Auroila. Ole Strom just waiting for the one time that the Growlers make a mistake. Lindgård going to the ground there, but it's going to be Florida with the hit in. The pass, Jarlevi. Spin around. The pass out to Lindgård. Florida starting to move around. He's got Strom on the right wing, but he'll try to go to the center court for number 77, Linus Malmström. Shot sailing wide, though. That's forcing them to reset their offense, losing some momentum. The pass behind the goal to Malmström. Great defense by Vangunpaa. And that'll allow a missed pass. Now it's Lehtinen on the attack. Saved there by John Krall, number 31 for the Vikings. Now Malmström. The pass to Ole Strom. Over to Emil Madsen. Saved by number 77, Pasi Järvinen. Goes off the body of Jarlevi. Lehtinen pushing Lindgård out the way, trying to get a shot attempt off. It's just blocked. Now it's in the far corner. Linus Malmström on another fast break. It's 1v3. He's going to take the time to set up. And it looks like a push there from number 53, Santuleto. As Linus Malmström is sent flying into the wall, takes down a quarter of the court boards. Going to have to stop play to repair them after that intense defense on the close corner. The stakes are obviously high here for Florida, looking to make an impressive showing and get a win here in their first game in the second season as they try to defend their title. And for number 77, Linus Malmström, as he comes to America, he's a skilled player. It's very intense for him, but we've seen it in his aggressive play, his electric play. As he's taken off on many fast breaks, he's just waiting for one of them to be converted. It'll be Malmström, along with Emil Madsen, set to take this hit. And after the penalty, they're going to have power play after Santuleto is rendered a bench penalty for that push into the wall. Florida going to try and change their tide and start chipping away at the Growlers' lead. Jalovi goes over to Bexbacka, back to Jalovi. Goes down the side. And Björnen getting a stick in there. Now it's Ryan Johnson on the fast break attempt. Tries to get it over to Rantala. He's unable to control the pass. Jean Kral takes it for the Florida Vikings. Auroila now subbing in on the four-person defense for the Growlers. Pass down. Madsen trying to get it across to Malmström. He'll have to do it second time at charm. Jalovi and Malmström quick passing here. Looking to confuse and bunch up the Growlers defense. Shot attempt there. Goes off the body of their own Emil Madsen. Now it's Coltuluoto driving. And it's going to be a hit awarded here to Minnesota. Florida not happy. It'll be number 88, Rene Coltuluoto, ready to take this hit here from Minnesota. Hiltunen instead subbing in as they run a little play there. Now desperately trying to maintain control on the back wall. Coltuluoto will lose it. Kopetsky across to Jalovi. Back to Kopetsky. Getting in closer. He's at court. Waiting for an opportunity. They're trying to outlast this Growlers defense. And a shot attempt there by Kopetsky, but he misses the ball with his swing. That would have been a powerful slap shot. Jalovi gets it out to Malmström. The shot attempt, it's good. And that's a goal for the Florida Vikings. Number 77, Linus Malmström, from the Swedish men's national team, world champion, with his first goal in the North American Floorball League. And after that goal, there's 8 minutes, 53 seconds remaining in the second period, just over the half. The Florida Vikings looking to work their way up. Your score now, Minnesota 6, Florida 2. And it was an impressive power play goal. You could see Linus Malmström taking his time after he received that pass. He took a good 3 seconds before he decided what he wanted to do, waiting for an opening. He was changing where he was looking with his head, trying to fake out the defenders, and it worked. It opened up the top right corner of the goal, just enough to get around Pasi Arvinen of the Growlers. Now the bench penalty is concluded, and we're heading back down for the face-off. Recovery by the Growlers. Number 2, Eetu Vanjonpa. It's got Hilton in close. He'll get around one man in Williamson. It'll go with a safe pass out to Hiltunen. Cross court to Auroila. Back to Hiltunen. Down the wall. It'll go to Lehtinen. Lehtinen. A spin around Williamson. Cross court off the wall to Vanjonpa, but it'll lose control. Kopetsky now on the offensive. Taken by Tuukka Hiltunen. He's been a phenomenal player for the Growlers so far today. Mainly offensive, but he's done some great work on defense too, as we saw there with that steal. Bexbacka to Liam Williamson. Kopetsky switching into the center court. Bexbacka on the far side. And trying to get it around to Luke Williamson, but Jipa Roila able to break it up. Now it's Coltuluoto on the fast break. We get it over. Björnen off the face mask of John Kral. He's got another attempt, but he'll pass out to Coltuluoto. Vanjonpa, the pass over to Jipa Roila. Close side. He'll find Coltuluoto. It's Holomoski there with the defense, forcing it back into Growlers territory. They'll be making substitutions. Santuleto coming back into the game. It's substitutions all around on the court. Now it's Leto with the ball. He's got Ryan Johnson in front of him. He'll pass out to Coltuluoto. He'll go cross-court diagonal to Rantala. Rantala with the ball, trying to get it around Jalovi, but Jalovi is able to get the steal there. He'll pass it out to Lingorg. Deep pass to Ole Strom. In enemy territory, he'll pass it out to Lingorg. Now Jalovi, far wall. Jalovi now back in the middle. Malmstrom, the slap shot attempt, sails just wide to the right. And another shot attempt there, this time by Jalovi. It goes off the leg of Järvinen. Rantala there, trying to break it up, but Jalovi on the offensive. He'll get it over Madsen to Malmstrom. Great defense by number 77, Pasi Järvinen. A phenomenal save there. That was quite the passing flurry from Florida. They tried to work the channels to confuse Järvinen. Malmstrom sending it just into his leg. Now the Growlers trying to take their time, slow down the game. Auroila, the pass to Vanjonpa, goes back out. Yipa Auroila playing it slow. Team captain leading his team slow. He's on the far wing now, looking to come in a little closer. Now with the pass into Florida territory, the game is on. It's Tuukka Hiltunen. He'll pass to Lettinen, going behind the goal. He's got Beksbacka behind him. Bjorninen to his side. Bjorninen trying to get to the ball. Not before it can be hit out. It's going to be awarded to Florida here for the hit in. Now it's Beksbacka. Pass out to the side, Kopecki. Now off the wall. Trying to find Williamson, but the pass goes wide. Kopecki tried to get a shot attempt, still off. Järvinen going in close. He's hit the ground. It was a lot of close physical contact there in the goalkeeper's crease. He made a daring dive. He's getting to his feet. Looks like he'll take a breather. Going to wipe the court here, and then it'll be a Minnesota Growlers hit. And that physical play deep in the goalkeeper's crease is indicative of what we've been seeing all day here in this matchup. It's been fast-paced. It's been aggressive. We've had players reaching around each other, trying to get the perfect angle and steal the ball. It's physical play like we've never seen it before in the NAFL, and it's showing the exciting start to our second season. As we head back down to the court, number 77, Pasi Järvinen, still going to be suited up here. Here's he's well enough to play. Kotuloto heads it back out to Leto. Johnson subbing in. Ole Strom playing his trademark close defense, driving deep in the backcourt. Malmstrom joining him. Florida starting a full court press. Malmstrom trying to block that pass. It still gets off to Leto. Rantala cross court, but he's looking for a man who's moved on. Marcele able to get it back out, though. Rantala shot attempt sails just wide and out of bounds. Hit and awarded here to Florida. Pass cross court to Malmstrom. Trying to get a shot off. It's deflected by the Growlers. Ole Strom now with the behind the goal line pass over to Madsen. Jalovi to Madsen. Go back down to Lingorg. Jalovi with the pass over. Madsen now with the backwards pass. Gets it out to Strom. The shot attempt by Malmstrom sails wide. Advantage play was granted there. Lingorg to Jalovi. Cross court trying to find Madsen. Florida still staying in control. Malmstrom, the shot attempt goes off the leg, and number 53, Santuleto. Malmstrom with the ball behind the goal line. Got to Ole Strom. Madsen, the shot attempt goes off the body of number 88, Rene Kotuloto. Off the foot there of Steven Marcele. He's able to get it out into Growler possession. Kotuloto on the offensive, stolen by Jalovi. Referees are going to call for a free hit here, awarded to Minnesota. And the shot attempt there by Oruela goes off the legs of Matson. Now it's up for anyone there on the far wall. An intense battle for possession. Spinning around, sending the court wall down like dominoes. Quite the chain of events there as they race to get it set back up. Kopetsky and Williamson. Tight backcourt passing. Now with Bexbucka. Bexbucka driving into the center. Behind the back pass over to Kopetsky, driving deep. Looking to capitalize on the confusion there. The pass sails out of bounds. It's going to be a hit-in awarded here to the Minnesota Growlers. Not much time remaining here in the second period. 3 minutes and 20 seconds remain as Florida looks to get their offense going here in the last moment of the second period and keep chipping away at the Minnesota Growlers lead. Cross-court pass to Hiltunen. Go back out, Vanyanpa. Hiltunen coming down. Go across to Vanyanpa. Yipa Ruela. Cross-court. Tuukka Hiltunen, the pass to the middle. Björninen misses the ball as he makes that shot attempt. Kopetsky getting it out to the far wall, bouncing it back, finds Bexbucka. Williamson on the offensive, chipped out by Arroyola. Trying to reach around. Ilomari Lehtinen with possession. The shot attempt goes off the legs of Kopetsky. Kopetsky for the Vikings, getting it out to Bexbucka as he goes to the ground. Now to be passed out to number 23, Liam Williamson. Cross-court pass over to Kopetsky. Now he's on the far wing, driving in. Cross-court pass off the wall to Holomoski. He'll find Williamson in tight, and it's a goal for Florida. Number 5, Jakub Kopetsky. A great drive, high energy, getting in tight to the crease so that when the moment came, he was right there. Florida able to get their offense going. They're gaining momentum with 2 minutes, 17 seconds still remaining in the second period. It's getting closer. Your score now, Minnesota Growlers 6, Florida Vikings 3. That was a phenomenal drive there from the Florida Vikings. We're seeing them getting back to what they do best. What won them the Troy Cup last year was great team chemistry, great passing chemistry, and fast-paced, fast-break play. That's what we saw just now. That's what we've seen this period, and that's what's helping them build back up as they now have 3 goals on the game. Olestrom coming to the middle, goes off the stick of Rantala twice now. Rantala with the steal to go off the foot of Jarlovi. That'll send it in to Jean Kral. Pass back out to Strum. Over to Malmstrom. Cross court goes off the stick of Koltowolto. It won't matter. It's another goal for the Florida Vikings. Another incredible shot. And Florida is making this anybody's game. The team celebrating there after that incredible goal. Again, it's that fast-paced offense that we see from Florida. And as we're coming near to the end of the second period, your score is now Minnesota Growlers 6, Florida Vikings 4. As we said earlier, anything can happen in the fast-paced, high-energy game of floorball, and we're seeing it unfold before our very eyes in the first game of the NAFL's second season. Now as we head back down to the court for face-off, it's going to be Kopetsky for the Vikings. But Hilton is able to get it out for the Growlers. Lehtinen with a shot attempt. Goes off of Jean Kral and then off of the post. Incredible double save there. Holomoski now on the offensive for the Vikings. It's going to go off the stick there of Eetu Vanyanpa. Holomoski getting it out to Williamson. Will go across. Bexbucka struggling to get control. Björninen trying to capitalize, forcing him all the way into the back corner. And he's going to get a free hit awarded for Minnesota. Emily Björninen, great aggressive defense there, getting his team an opportunity. He'll send it back out. Vanyanpa in the back corner. Yipo Royla slowing his team down, getting back to the passing prowess that kept them stable for much of the second period. Royla over to Vanyanpa. Pass back, keeping a triangle in the backcourt. There's a minute remaining in the second period. We'll see if the Growlers are going to try and bide their time and stay alive, or we'll see if they're going to try and capitalize on the pressure. Pass back down. Vanyanpa sends it back down. Number 64, Yipa Roila. Emily Birnenen not trying to go anywhere fast, and Florida not trying to press too hard. Even though it might give them an opportunity, it could allow Minnesota to gain a crucial goal with half a minute remaining in the second period. The last thing Florida wants to do right now is ruin their momentum heading into the third period. They've made this a 2-goal game. They're going to look to close that gap even further and bring back a Florida Vikings win to start off the 2023 season. Getting exciting here in the final moments of the period. Vanyanpa in the back corner. Referee stopping play. Free hit awarded here to Minnesota. 3 seconds left. We'll see if they can do anything with it. I've seen stranger things come out of the North American Floorball League, so we can't count them out, but they'll likely just keep their time. And with that buzzer, we've come to the end of the second period. It's been an exciting game of floorball so far. Your score at the end of the second, it's going to be the Minnesota Growlers 6 to the Florida Vikings 4. Floorball fans, you're not going to want to miss what comes next. We're about to bring you another exclusive player interview, and when we return in just 10 short minutes for the third period, you're not going to want to miss the conclusion of the inaugural game of the NAFL's 2023 season. Well, floorball fans, we're about to head back down to the court for the third and final period of the Vikings versus the Growlers. It's been an exciting start to the 2023 NAFL season so far, which wouldn't be possible without the help of our sponsors. Of course, this season we have a new sponsor, Kempa. Now, if you've seen our referees out on the court today and you've liked what they've worn, you've thought, how can I dress like them? Well, Kempa is your answer. Kempa has been so kind to supply our league with clothing, becoming the official clothing sponsor of the NAFL. They make high-quality products for every phase of life, whether it's athletic wear or everyday wear, from head to toe, from shoe to shirt. And, of course, we sent our explorers out to search the galaxy. They came back and told us there was only one stop for everything floorball, floorballplanet.com. Whether you're searching to equip a team or yourself for club play, there's no better place than home. There's no better place than floorballplanet.com. And, of course, as we head back down for the face-off, you can trust that the only ball on an NAFL court is the official game ball, Excel. Because like Excel, the NAFL chooses to rule. Now, some of you have been asking about Florida's roster. The NAFL has gained a lot of popularity because we've heard about signings of players like Nicholas Ramirez. We've heard of signings of people like Kevin Hoagland. And we're saying, well, where are they? Well, they are coming, and they are on Florida's roster. Those players will be joining us before the league's player deadline as we start our second week of play in Orlando, Florida, in the heartland of the Florida Vikings. But for now, we still have incredible play here from the Florida Vikings. As we've seen this game, if they've started to mount a comeback in the second period, they're going to look to keep the momentum they had towards the end of the second period in these last 20 minutes of play. Now it's number 17, Emil Mattsson there. Forcing it into the back corner. He'll draw a foul. It's going to be a free hit awarded here to Minnesota. Number 64, Yipa Roila. Go with the pass over to Etu Vanyanpa. Roila coming across. Now he's going to the far wing. Deep pass down to Ilmari Lehtinen. Ilmari Lehtinen gets the pass out to Emily Björninen. Björninen goes his back off the wall. Lehtinen in the far corner. Jalovi on defense there, able to chip it out and stop the momentum. Now it's Lindborg. And he'll take Björninen down to the ground. That's going to be a push call, and it's going to be a hit awarded to Minnesota. It's been a physical game to start off the second season of the NAFL. We've seen 6 penalties so far in this matchup. That tells you a story about the kind of excitement, the kind of passion, the kind of motivation these players have. Now it's going to be number 56, Hugo Rovinen there, inbounding off that free hit. The ball gets sent over to Cotoloto, but he chips it out off of his stick. Now it'll be Florida possession on the hit in. Williamson. The pass over to Bexbuck. Kopetsky on the close wing. Rovinen on defense there, forcing the pass out. It'll come in. Williamson, cross-court pass. He's looking for Holomoski, but he's just a tad far. That'll force it into the back corner. Florida still keeping possession after the play is stopped. That's the Growlers on a steal. Now bringing it into the middle. Coltawolto into Rovinen. He'll just miss the ball from that pass for a shot attempt. Rovinen goes to the ground. Referees calling it clean. Rantala there trying to chip the ball out. He'll find Coltawolto weaving around Liam Williamson, trying to get a behind-the-back shot off, trying to get another shot off. He'll miss the ball. Now it's Luke Williamson. But it's going to be a hit awarded here to Minnesota. It'll be Emily Björninen with the pass there to Yipa Roila. Referee's going to stop play here. Calling for the ball to be inbounded from the far side here for this hit in. Hiltonen gets it over to Roila. Edevanyanpa sends it out of bounds. It's going to be a hit in awarded here to Florida. The pass down to Emil Mattsson. Driving in towards center court. It'll come back down to Lindborg. Jalovi taking it slow. Cross-court diagonal to Strom, to Malmstrom. In tight, trying to find Mattsson. But it's too tight up, and he can't chip the pass out. No good angle, and now it's a Growlers ball. Lehtinen facing heavy defense from Strom, chasing him down from behind. That'll force the Growlers to go back to their own backcourt. Yipa Roila now going behind his own goal line. Substitutions here for the Growlers as they're playing it slow. Olistrom going to try and look to capitalize on it. A behind-the-back pass, but nobody's home. Forces Santoleto to come up and inbound the ball. The pass far side to Colorolto. Luke Williamson now coming in for the Vikings defense. Pressing tight. They're still running the 1-2-2. With this zone, Luke Williamson's pressing. That leaves a passing lane open. Ryan Johnson, the pass down to Rovinen. And a spin by Madsen. Gets it out to Malmstrom. On the offensive to Williamson. Save! Save twice! Pasi Arvinen, number 77. Two incredible saves back-to-back. And early on in his career in the NAFL, he's certainly throwing his weight with what he can accomplish in the goalkeeper's crease. He's had plenty of great saves, and that's what's kept his team in the lead since the game started. The Florida Vikings have not regained the lead since the Minnesota Growlers took it 1-0 early in the first period, but they're getting close. A game of only 6-4, they're going to try and keep it that way, but unfortunately, the Minnesota Growlers get a goal. What a shot! And Florida's going to have a taller mountain to climb. That goal will put the Minnesota Growlers back in an advantaged place, back with the momentum, with 16 minutes, 39 seconds to go in the third period. Your score is now Minnesota 7, Florida 4, and you can hear the Minnesota sideline going electric. They've regained the momentum, at least for the time being. Of course, as we saw in the second period, it doesn't take too long to score 3 goals, though. Florida is going to have to if they want a chance of winning this game or sending it to a penalty shootout. The reigning champions here down by 3 in the first game. Minnesota going to be looking to cement the changing of the guard. We're stopping play here for a moment as we wipe off the court in Growler territory. Florida's going to need to capitalize on their fast break offense and on their passing chemistry. And prerequisite for that chemistry is going to be excitement. It's going to be energy. That's their key in the third period. Down 3 goals, you have to have the winning mentality that you're never down, you're never out. As we know in floorball, it's a fast-paced, high-energy game where that's exactly the case. It is not over until it's over. And as we head down to the face-off, it's going to be Emil Madsen for the Florida Vikings looking to prove that. Improper face-off. It's going to be a free hit awarded here to the Minnesota Growlers. Leto to take it. Chip shot down deep. He'll find Rantala in the corner. Jalovi able to break away with it. Rovinen trying to keep possession, but he's got 2 Vikings to 1 Growler, and now it's Jalovi on the fast break offense. Exactly what they've been needing. Olistrom will pass back out. Madsen from the middle. Over to Malmstrom. Sails just high. Out of bounds on the Vikings. It'll be a hit and awarded here to Minnesota. Florida showing they still have electricity coursing through their veins in this third period. It's the same energy they'll need to keep to come away with a win here today and to help to stop the dominating Growlers offense. Yipa Roila keeping the ball behind the goal line. Coming around into the crease. Playing duck, duck, goose there with the Florida Vikings defenders. Järvinen able to save the ball, holding on to it. He'll pass it. Hiltonen now. Cross court to Roila. Chip pass to Björninen. Madsen pressing. Olistrom in the crease. Coming around. Björninen. He'll send Madsen to the ground. Bringing it back. Björninen off the stick of Malmstrom. Gets inside Tuukka Hiltonen. 3 goals already on the game. What can he do? Max Lingor getting the ball out. Subs for Florida now as Luke Williamson comes in. Malmstrom looking for a call. Physical game. Lingor goes to the ground. It's more of the same story that we've been seeing all game here with this electric matchup between the Vikings and the Growlers. Referee Vince Faso calling out here for number 10, Ilmari Lehtinen. He's speaking with the referee. He'll be heading to the penalty box. The Florida Vikings are going to have an opportunity here as they enter power play with this bench penalty. See a captain's meeting on the far side between Malmstrom and Auroila. Florida with 3 goals to go. This power play could be crucial for them as they mount their offensive strategy looking ahead here in the third period. As we get ready to resume play, it'll be Linus Malmstrom who's ready to take the ball. Malmstrom getting ready. He's got Buxbucka. Passing with Jarlevi. Back to Jarlevi. Coming out Malmstrom. Staying stationary. The shot attempt by Buxbucka sails just wide. Buxbucka there with a powerful shot, but it's out of bounds. It'll still be Florida's ball. Kopetsky over to Matson. Goes out Jarlevi. Buxbucka to Kopetsky. Cross court to Malmstrom. Trying to get it in. Saved by Järvinen. They send the ball deep down court. Rene Koltuluoto there. Forgive me, that's Björninen. Fast break offense there. Kopetsky. The pass goes off the stick of Björninen. Koltuluoto now trying to weave around Vikings defenders. Jarlevi able to recover. They'll go with the pass over to Buxbucka. Kopetsky on the close wing, but the pass down to Matson. Kopetsky with the ball. Out to Matson. Goes off the foot of Santuleto. That breaks up the passing flow. Now it's Malmstrom looking to reset it. Down to Kopetsky. Playing keep away there from the Growlers defenders. They're playing a tight diamond defense here in power play. Goes off the body there of number 88, Rene Koltuluoto. Another hit in here for Florida. Ball chipped out there by Koltuluoto. Kopetsky goes down to the ground, but it looks clean. Emil Matson there. The pass to Kopetsky, down to Strum. Over to Jarlevi. Kopetsky. Ole Strum, cross court. Jarlevi to Malmstrom, trying to get it into Matson for a chip in. But it sails wide, forcing the Vikings to reset. Pass back out to Kopetsky. Jarlevi to Malmstrom. Linus Malmstrom, that shot attempt. It's blocked there. Tuukka Hiltunen getting low and playing aggressive with his stick. Cross court. Ole Strum off the body of Jipa Roila. The Growlers doing a great job so far, surviving power play. A shot there goes off the body of number 77, Järvinen. Power play has ended. Florida still has the momentum, though. Ilmari Lehtinen trying to change that. The drive in. Lucas Jarlevi with a shot attempt. But it sails wide. Goalkeeper Pasi Järvinen is down. There will be an injury timeout on the court. Currently, Pasi Järvinen speaking with the trainers here. Game still stopped. He was helped over by his teammates. Referee Vince Faso now over there with Järvinen. And number 77, Pasi Järvinen, heading back to the goalkeeper's area. It looks like he's going to stay in play. It's his second injury of the game, but he's been a trooper. Now the game getting ready to resume. It's going to be a face-off in the far corner. It'll be Kopecki on Kotulwoto here for the face-off. Ball gets back out to the Vikings. The Growlers trying to capitalize. They're having a hard time keeping possession. The Vikings are. Rantala there, pushing back to the back wall. Liam Williamson on him. And a very tight defensive strategy here, 2-on-1, but it's going to result in a foul. That's going to be a free hit here for Minnesota. It'll be Valtteri Rantala. He'll take possession with the pass over to Kotulwoto. Bounces off his body. He doesn't even know where to find it. Growlers now pushing into their own backcourt, trying to regain the momentum. Pass down, Kotulwoto. And now Santuleto in the crease. He's got Bierinen coming in for support as the line substitution happens here for Minnesota. The pass out to Vanyanpa. With just over 13 minutes still remaining in the third period, the Growlers still have the advantage here. Bixbuka off the wall. He'll find Williamson. Ilmari Lehtinen playing there tight behind the goal line in Vikings territory. Luke Williamson trying to take possession of that pass, but he'll miss it. That allows Yipa Oroila to get in there. Oroila, chip pass down deep to Ilmari Lehtinen. It's 2-on-1 here. Bixbuka trying desperately to gain possession for the Vikings as Lehtinen is sent out of the court. Lehtinen repairing the wall there. Florida taking the opportunity to make some substitutions. It looks like it'll be number 79, Valtteri Rantala, set to take this possession and inbound for the Growlers. Jalovi getting low there, but Ryan Johnson still able to get a shot off. It sails high and wide. 12:32 remains. Pass down now. Malmström. Spin pass back to Jalovi. Over to Lingorg. Madsen gets it over to Lingorg. Madsen driving in closer to go off the body of number 3, Ryan Johnson. Hugo Rovinen driving down, sending the ball wide. Number 31, Sean Kral. With the pass out to Jalovi. Strum across to Malmström. The shot attempt. It goes off the body of Santuleto. Oli Strum trying to drive. Rantala tries to get a pass out, but it's taken by Madsen. The shot sails wide. Another opportunity there for Florida, but the shot just misses. It's going to be a hit in for Minnesota. Yipa Oroila now. The pass over to Vanyanpa. Off the wall to Bierinen. We're seeing the same passing triangle from Minnesota. They've been using that all game to bide their time, to change the pace, and to keep possession. Now it's deep in Florida territory, though. Linus Malmström pushing hard to break the ball away, but he won't get a steal from Tuukka Hiltunen. Past 3 defenders and a goal. What a play! Tuukka Hiltunen with his 4th goal of the game. breaking free of the coverage of Linus Malmstrom. He'll send it in. He's limping off the court, but that can't stop his excitement. With 11 minutes, 25 seconds still remaining in the third period, Minnesota is getting a leg back up. Your score, Growlers 8, Vikings 4. As we've seen so far in this game, Tuukka Hiltunen has been a remarkable player so far for the Minnesota Growlers. He comes from the Lahden Pelicans club in Finland. He was the highest scorer for them this season. He was third in the league with 29 goals and 10 assists. And he's looking to do the same here in the NAFL with an electric start so far. Kopetsky on the close side. What a shot attempt just off the hand of Järvinen. Coming around, Kopetsky looking for round two. He'll get it off. Bexbucka across to Williamson, off the post. Great defensive work from the Growlers. They get it over to, oh my gosh, Tarantula just chipped out there in Florida territory. That was nearly another goal for the Growlers after the Vikings got two great shot attempts off. It's still a competitive and high-energy game. Lindgård working the backcourt. The press there from Järvinen. He gets it into Mattsson. To Malmstrom off the body of Pasi Järvinen. Jipa Roila gets it out to Mattsson. The shot attempt sails wide left. Coming around now, it's Olli Ström. He'll send it to Lucas Jalovi. He shoots and he scores. 10 minutes, 30 seconds remaining, and Florida is still kicking. Your score now, Growlers 8, Vikings 5. And that's number 8, Lucas Jalovi, continuing the Czech tradition of the Florida Vikings. Last season, the NAFL's MVP came from the Czech Republic, number 10, Pepa Juha, as he rose to fame in the NAFL. And there's still a large Czech contingent here on the Vikings team this year, including Jakub Kopetsky and Lucas Jalovi. Last year, the Florida Vikings were renowned for their international diversity, having the most unique nationalities to any NAFL team. And it forced them to work harder to work together. It improved their chemistry and led to the Troy Cup victory. We're going to see if that can happen between the heavy Swedish and Czech components of the Vikings team this year. Olli Ström now coming around behind the goal. And a collision there, Ryan Johnson with his own goalkeeper, Pasi Järvinen. Järvinen coming up with the ball. He'll send it down court. The kick there by Jalovi. Linus Malmstrom gets it around to Mattsson. The shot tries to get off there. Now it's Coltuluoto for the Growlers. He'll send it back over. Santuleto fighting hard against Ström. Linus Malmstrom to Mattsson off the body of Johnson. Santuleto going to the ground now. Malmstrom the shot attempt wide again. The hit-in is going to be awarded to Minnesota. The court being cleaned again here inside the Growlers' goalkeeping area. Florida now coming back to the court. Seems their coach is not happy about referee Vince Faso calling the team back out. Etu Vanyanpa sends the ball back to Roila. Jipa Roila, he's got Björninen on the side. He loves to stay behind the goal line. He'll go off the wall, presumably trying to pass to himself. But it's no good. Now captains come in and meeting here with the referees. The hit to be taken here. Etuvanjonpa sending it down, deep cross court. Björninen trying to pass it back out to Tuukka Hiltunen. But it's Jalovi there intercepting the pass. Through him to Matson. Referees calling that clean stick play. Ilmari Lehtinen on the far side, broken up there by Beksbukka. Off the back wall to Jalovi. Substitutions here for Florida now. Kopetsky with the ball. Coming into center court. Olomoski coming out as well. Lindgård coming around the middle. Deep shot attempt goes off the body of the Growlers. Ball hit out of bounds. Both teams saying it's theirs. Kopetsky not happy with that call as the hitting gets awarded to the Minnesota Growlers. Johnson with the pass out to Leto. Down court, he was looking for Rantala. Beksbukka with great defense, breaking up the pass. Down to Kopetsky. Cross court, trying to find Olomoski. He attempts to get a shot out, but not in time. He doesn't find it with his ball, and the timing's just off. Now it's going to be a hit here for the Growlers. Rene Coltoluoto. Go with the pass back out. Leto to Johnson. Off the wall, fighting to get there before Jalovi can. But it's going to be the Florida Vikings possession now. Malmstrom with the ball. He'll miss his pass. Sails back to Jean Kral. Lindgård off the wall. Jalovi comes back. He's at midcourt. Hugo Rovinen on defense for the Growlers. Now Kopetsky driving in deep. He'll go with the pass back out to Lindgård. Rovinen tight on defense. The pass out. Jalovi. Kopetsky, cross court to Malmstrom. He was trying to get it to Ole Strom inside the goalkeeper's area, but the pass sails wide and Strom wasn't ready. Jalovi, his shot goes off the body of Valtteri Rantala. Players looking for a call there, but they won't find one. Kopetsky, the shot goes to Malmstrom. It sails wide and outside off the net. Hit and awarded here to Minnesota. Emily Björninen. Cross court, deep. He'll find Lehtinen. To spin around, Beksbukka. Etuvanjonpa trying to get it out. He'll collide with Strom there. Juupo Roila, deep pass, last resort, Hail Mary. And that was Lehtinen going down. It's going to be a hit awarded here to Florida. Jalovi over to Matson. The shot attempt sails wide to the left. It just curved with enough spin. Beksbukka, the pass to Jalovi. Driving the pass to Matson off the body of Etuvanjonpa, doing a great job of getting himself between the ball and the goal. 5 minutes, 40 seconds still remain in the third period. Correction, 6 minutes and 40 seconds. That's Ilmari Lehtinen taking a hard hit there. And it's going to be a penalty here for the Florida Vikings. It's going to be another one in a penalty-heavy game already. It's going to be number 8, Lucas Jalovi on the call. And the Growlers are going to enter power play now with 6 minutes, 36 seconds still remaining in the third period. They have a 3-goal lead, and they're going to look to extend it here during this bench penalty. Juupo Roila set to inbound. He'll pass to Emily Björninen. Hiltunen, the pass back to Roila. Keeping the same triangle formation, but pressing deeper into Vikings territory. Waiting for them to make a mistake. Juupo Roila running deep into his own backcourt for power play. Looking for an opening. He'll find Björninen. Matson and Malmstrom playing up decently far for the Florida Vikings defense. as they run a compact zone here on power play defense. Jean Kral trying to reach for the ball around the back of the net. He's unable to. It's going to be a hit in here awarded to the Growlers. Lehtinen with the ball behind the goal line. He'll pass out to Björninen. Auroila faking a shot, instead going for a pass. Björninen's ball goes off the body of his own defender, Valtteri Rantala. And it's going to be a hit and awarded here to Florida. Kopecki will go down the wall to Linus Malmström. Trying to get around. He's got two defenders on him. The double team defense worked. It's going to be a free hit here awarded to the Growlers. Yipa Ruela with the ball. Florida in no hurry to press on defense. It might open up a bad passing lane and lead to a goal. We'll see. Matson pressing up, allowed for a passing lane. Now it's Rantala getting across. He'll find Ilmari Lehtinen. Another remarkable goal by the Minnesota Growlers in power play. 5 minutes, 21 seconds remain here in the third period. Your score is now Minnesota Growlers 9, Florida Vikings 5. And it's a great demonstration of how passing ability can change a game after Florida decided to run a press zone defense here while a player down in power play. It left open the backcourt, and it was passing that allowed Ilmari Lehtinen to get in close to the goalkeeper's area to have a great opportunity for that goal. Now as we head back down for the face-off, it's going to be Rene Kotuluoto here. Kopecki able to hit it out. It'll be Florida's possession. The pass back down. Jalovi back in play. Pass inside, tight to Matson. It's swatted away. Now heading down, it's number 68, Bexbucker to Strum. Trying to find Matson deep in the goalkeeping area. He won't find him. Jalovi pushed back into his own backcourt. Malmström inside. Find Kopecki, back to him. Kopecki across court looking for a Bexbucker that isn't there. That'll allow Hugo Rovinen the chance to press up tight. Strom with the ball. Across the middle. Jalovi to Strom. The shot, it's good! A fast slap shot there and a Florida Vikings goal. 4 minutes, 34 seconds still remaining. And the Growlers and the Vikings are running the scoreboard up. Your score now is going to be Minnesota 9, Vikings 6. As we've seen here, floorball fans, anything can change in a matter of seconds. 4.5 minutes on the clock is still enough for Florida to mount a comeback. They're going to look to capitalize on the momentum from that goal to do just that. Hit awarded here to the Growlers. Yipa Ruela. Pass down deep. Lehtinen back to Ruela. Trying to get it across to Björninen, but it's stolen by Matson. A fast-paced game here. Florida playing 6 field players, relieving their goalkeeper for as long as they're on offense. It leaves their goal open, but it gives them another player and another chance at scoring. Bexbucker goes back to Jalovi. Pass back out. Malmström. The chip pass up and high, but Kopecki misses it. Jalovi back to Malmström. The shot attempt goes on the outside of the goal. The pass down by Auroila. Bexbucker, the pass down. Kopecki to the middle. Malmström misses the ball on a shot attempt. Ball's chipped out of bounds by the Growlers. It's going to be a hit in here for Florida. Kopecki, the shot attempt goes off the body of Yipa Auroila. Hit in for Florida again. Malmström shoots, but it's saved by Pasi Järvinen. Kopecki still keeping the ball. Florida still running 6 field players as Oliver Bexbucka comes out. And now coming around, Bexbucka with the ball. He passes down to Kopetsky. And coming around, an attempt for a Michigan goal there by Matson. They're playing deep in Growlers territory. Malmstrom, the shot attempt sails wide. It goes off the close side wall. Bexbucka gets it back out to Jalovi in the middle. A shot attempt by Kopetsky goes off the body of Järvinen. Teams returning to the court now after that timeout. Minnesota 9 to Florida 6. Just under 3 minutes remaining in the final period of what has been an electric start to the 2023 NAFL season. Jalovi to Bexbucka. Kopetsky over to Strom, back to Kopetsky. Shot attempt sails out. It's going to be a hit and awarded here to Florida. Strom, the pass to Bexbucka. Over to Kopetsky. Kopetsky looking for a shot attempt, but go instead for a pass to Strom. Defense there by Yipao Royla sends the ball into the second story. Hidden for Florida. Now it's Jalovi. Taking his time. A pass out to Malmstrom. Trying to get it into Matson. Instead, it sails into the hands of Pasi Järvinen, goalkeeper for the Growlers. It's deep in Florida territory, and they don't have a goalkeeper. With no goalie, Florida's just able to break possession. But Jalovi's pass is intercepted. Emily Bjerninen shoots into an open goal. What a play with 1 minute 53 seconds still remaining. The Minnesota Growlers extend their lead. Your score now, Minnesota 10, Florida Vikings 6. It was a dangerous strategy for Florida, playing 6 field players and no goalkeeper. It was dependent on keeping possession, but after the ball got sent into Florida territory, it was Emily Björninen there to break the pass up, and he was able to shoot from midcourt into an open goal. Now heading back down for the face-off. Less than 2 minutes remaining. It's going to be Valtteri Rantala. He's going to be opposite Alexander Larson. Face off, and the Growlers recover it. Florida now running the goalkeeper again. Santoletto holding the ball here, slowing down the pace of the game. Vanjonpa, cross-court pass. He'll find Cotoluolto. Heavy defense there from Alexander Larson. He's able to stop him from making a pass. They'll be sent out of bounds. It's going to be a hit awarded here to Minnesota. Rantala, the pass off the back wall to Cotoluolto in Florida territory. He'll try to get a pass off, but he'll miss the ball. Heading now around the goal line. He'll pass it back out. Eetu Vanjonpa gets it out to Santoletto. Leto holding on to the ball. As the moments dwindle down in the third period, Minnesota looking to maintain their 4-goal lead over the Florida Vikings. Santoletto the pass, cross-court to Vanjonpa. Going around the world there to the back wall. A hit's going to be awarded here to the Minnesota Growlers after some physical contact between Hugo Rovinen and between Max Lingorg on the back wall. Rantala to take the hit. Santoletto. To Yipo Roila, cross court, he'll find Lehtinen. Ilmari Lehtinen. He's on the close wing, starting to drive in a bit closer, a shot attempt. It's covered by John Kral. He'll pass it out. Now it's Florida's possession here. Luke Williamson going to the ground. That'll get a free hit awarded to the Florida Vikings. Lingorg. Williamson, the shot, it's good. It's a Florida Vikings goal in the 11th hour. 21.6 seconds remaining with that goal by number 21, Luke Williamson. He has experience with American floorball and Team USA U19, and now he's brought his talents to the Florida Vikings. Your score now, with 21 seconds left on the clock, is Minnesota 10, Vikings 7. Team captain Yipo Roila biding his time. The clock's ticking down. He's going to look to hold on to possession of the ball and keep Florida from scoring any extra goal. Yipo Roila now driving. Can he do anything in the last remaining moments? And with the buzzer sound, the first game of the 2023 North American Floorball League season has concluded. Your final score, Minnesota Growlers 10, Florida Vikings 7. Floorball fans, we thank you for tuning in with us and sharing in the joy of American floorball. We're certain to have a lot more exciting, physical, fast-paced action just like we've seen today. Our next game is coming up at 4 p.m. Central Time. You're not going to want to miss it when the Fort Worth Jaguars take on the Ohio Aviators. Floorball fans,